Welcome to lesson 20, Thursday 17th of July 08. Now this lesson I want to cover the first things you do when you're going to either create music or working out a particular scale. The first thing to do is base any music, whether you're going to play the guitar, play the piano, or going to create some music, or even trying to understand some songs from a music book. First thing to do is write your 7 natural alphabetical arrangement from A to G. A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Now generally the one we would normally go for when we're going to write the natural alphabetical octave. We'd normally write C to C. We stick to C to C because it's the most simplified. There's no sharps, no flats, various things. Just makes it much easier. But what I want to do here, I'm going to choose D. Let me just make sure you can see that through the camera. Okay, I've chosen D just at random. I could have chosen B, I could have chosen F. I've set out just the natural alphabet of D. It's not a scale, it's just the alphabet starting from D. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and I've come round to another D. That's one full octave. So remember, it's just the natural alphabetical letters from this arrangement here, starting on D. Now it's what we do with this natural alphabetical list. It's what we do with it. When we want to turn that into a scale, a major scale here, we've covered this before, but I just want you to do this step by step every time you do this. So if we apply the major formula to this alphabetical natural octave of D to D, the major formula is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Now we've shown you how to do that on the keyboard or your piano. Natural alphabet, apply that, and this is going to be the result. I've wrote here, this results in a scale of D major and now has sharpened notes. So we can say now this is the D major scale, D to D. This was the octave, now this is still an octave, but it's the scale. We've done the scale, we've applied that tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone structure, and in so doing we have landed on some sharps. We've produced some sharps. So this is the scale of D to D, D major scale. When we just looked at the alphabetical arrangement, the natural alphabetical arrangement, we just used the white keys of a piano from D to D. Now here we go from D to D, but we also incorporate the black keys, and we land on some black keys. This F sharp and that C sharp. So we've converted an alphabetical arrangement from D to D to the D major scale. So it's now a scale. Now I've wrote here the major scale numbers, or sometimes called spelling. The scale spelling. I usually associate that with letters, but anyway, it's numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the octave. That's the major scale numbers. Okay, we can put it above here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to differ in a minute because I'm going to have one down here, like 1, 2, flat and 3, 4, 5, flat and 6, flat and 7, 8. But I'll show you that in a minute. So anyway, we've numbered, and I'm going to put here, I've put here, we could now change this D scale from a major to a minor scale using the quick formula. These are the numbers 1, 2, flat and 3, 4, 5, flat and 6, and flat and 7, 8. So if I wrote here again this D major scale, You know it's the major scale, it's got all the sharps, it's had that pattern applied to it, and that's what resulted. It was from here, normal alphabetical, applied pattern of the major formula, result, and I've just rewrote the result here: D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Now we've got two ways. We can either use a quick formula to change from major to minor, or we can write out the octave, just the natural octave of D, of the D, and use the tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Notice how that's different: tone, semitone. This is the minor formula. So if we just did the natural D to D, like here, and instead of these ones I put that tone, semitone here, tone, tone, semitone, and worked out we'd have a different result. Well, we'd have the result of the minor scale. So let's see if we do D1, so that'll be the same. E is exactly the same. Now we want to flatten the third. It's an F sharp, so if you flatten it, produces an F. G is the same. A is the same. Now we've got, it says flatten sixth, so it's just a B normally. So to flatten it, you go down onto the enharmonic black key of a piano, and it becomes a B flat. And now we flatten the seventh, and it begins with a C sharp. If we flatten it, we bring it down to a C. So that's a quick formula: 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flatten 6, flatten 7, from major to minor. Or we can do, as I just explained, a tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. But we apply that to the normal alphabetical arrangement. Okay, so we've got major to minor. Again, major, the result, D, E, F, G, A, B, flat C, D. We're going to call it the end of that lesson now, and I'm going to go back on to chords, and I want to start covering things like seventh chords, major sevenths and just dominant sevenths. I'll show you the difference. We're just putting extensions on the triads. We're putting in additional sevenths, maybe ninths. It just gives a different flavour to the chords. So for now we'll end it here. We'll go on to lesson 21.